Here we are.
Yeah, welcome back once again to our Loosey Goosey show about town. Big Daddy Russ Halton, myself, Leah, and Leah Lyowoods pouring some coffee right now. And
that wonderful Appalachian
once again,
Java.
On location at the Appalachian in Georgetown, 68 Main Street North. Doing takeout now at 50% capacity as we come out of this lockdown finally.
Yeah, and the whole gang is here at the bar.
Yeah, it's a happening place. Great place to get takeout.
There's Tammy, and there's
Tammy has just arrived once again. They now have a new girl here from the George.
Yeah,
Shelly is now working here.
Well, welcome, Shelly.
We want to welcome Shelly to the Appalachian and to our family, I guess.
That's right.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
We're here every week, and we want to thank everybody for tuning in once again. If you want to get some takeout, you can still do that, but now you can dine in. Give them a call at 905-877-9888. Check on, you might want to check and see how busy it is before you come. Because it's going to be busy the next week or two. I imagine all restaurants are going to be.
Well, it's nice to see people sitting around the bar having a beer and a cheeseburger.
Well,
or whatever,
we've been here during the whole thing, and it was pretty quiet.
Yeah. Well, we were the only ones in here.
No, it was busy through the door, right?
It was.
It was crazy busy through the door. So, bringing you your top stories this week. Not a lot of busy stuff this week to talk about, but we do want to talk about Max Tires, of course.
Max Tires, of course, is your best deal on getting your car fixed. It's your best deal on getting tires. If you have a problem, a little knot that you're not...
No tires are needed this week, Big Daddy.
Absolutely, which we will get into later on. 905-873-9255. Sean's in Pakistan on vacation, lucky bugger.
Yeah.
But Rob is here taking care of stuff. And hello to Fred's Towing, of course, and Easy Taxi. As always, they're looking for drivers. As a matter of fact, so many people are looking for workers right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's not you're not going to have a hard time finding a job at the moment if you're looking, because there's so many people that said to me, do you want to work? Do you want to do this? I can't find anybody to do this. The big problem is the grocery stores. They don't have the people to stock the shelves because they're at home on COVID.
Yeah. Well, that's been a big issue everywhere. We've seen, like you say, with grocery stores. Even I saw that with the post office, they're having people because they're home and stuff like that. So, it makes it challenging for employers to fulfill their orders and stuff like that. So, but it's we're coming out of it now, and hopefully people can start to get back to some normalcy.
Let's hope that we're
or whatever normal.
Whatever normal was or is. Well, we'll never be normal again.
No, I don't think. You're right. I'm trying to make it.
It's been a slow news week in all the hills. It's February, January, nothing going on really. Well, there are things going on, but and of course it's Black History Month across North America.
That's right.
I believe.
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen too often, but Halton region, we were blasted by two different weather systems over this last week.
First one was the worst one.
Well, the granddaddy was last week.
Yeah.
But this was the little sister of that one, and it dumped about 15, 20 centimeters, depending on where you are. And we had another accident up on Highway 7 again. I noticed there was somebody in the ditch.
Yeah.
That spot between Silver Creek and Acton is dangerous.
It's a very, very dangerous spot.
Wasn't there? I saw that was a
22nd Side Road and Trafalgar can be a bad one too. There's even with the lights there.
Yeah.
Even with the lights there, somebody's braking to go into the gas station. Somebody's coming up and just nailing behind them. So yeah.
So basically, from Wednesday until Friday today, it's been snowing steadily, and I cleaned off my roommate's car 4 times in the last 2 weeks. Enough of this winter already. We're ready to get out of it.
And we still got another at least month to go, my friend.
I know. But we've had one of those old-fashioned winters for January.
Absolutely.
Anyway. I mean, December was a cakewalk, really nothing.
Oh, yeah.
January and February, we've been kicked in the teeth with the old man winter.
It's funny as you're saying that because we have News Channel on beside us over here. We're kind of keeping an eye on things or what's going on in downtown Toronto right now with that convoy that's going on. We're going to be talking a little bit about the convoy as we go on as well. But seeing the weather they've been having down there too as well. Normally we see it, but Toronto doesn't get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas when they get it, you kind of go, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you get that lake effect snow. They get more than we do,
Yeah.
which happens sometimes.
It does.
And you know, we won't even mention Buffalo.
Yeah. Oh,
They really get it.
I used to laugh at people when I traveled in the U.S. because they'd say to me, "Oh, you're from Canada, the snow and that." And I'm thinking, Buffalo used to get rocked way harder than we did.
Oh, they still do.
Still do, right? And it's
Cleveland as well.
They're south of that lake, so you're going to get the lake effect. It's just
Nasty place. Who built
absolutely
Buffalo there?
I know.
Who was the? Oh, let's build a large city on the south end of the lake, or I guess it would be the west end of the lake or the east, whatever it is. But why? Southeast. Yeah.
Well, they have two lakes.
Yeah.
They have Ontario and Superior.
Exactly.
Or, Erie, sorry.
I remember Gordon Lightfoot told me that, as a matter of fact.
That's right.
Remember Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald?
That's right.
But so I'm ready for spring. How about you guys?
I think everybody is. Hi, Tam.
There's Tammy.
Yes, you see Tammy in tonight as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. All right, so we're digging out. We've dug out again, and looking at next week, it looks like it's pretty cold. But
We're going to see some cold temperatures over the next few days. So you know that if you haven't got the end of your driveway done, good luck. It's going to freeze hard.
every third driveway on Delrex is covered in ice.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for the older people who can't get out and shovel.
Well, that's
Come on,
it.
guys, the younger people, if you're in the neighborhood, you know somebody's senior or they need some help, get out there for 20 minutes.
I did my neighbor's driveway all up until they moved out. You know,
It's the thing to do, baby, in Canada, is you help each other out.
We're already dressed up. I'm already in my snowsuit and everything. I'm going with a snowblower. Get it done, dude. I do 5 driveways every time.
Now we have some.
Every time.
We have
I'm
some.
already out. Why not?
Why didn't you bring a snowblower to my house last year? That's like 4 driveways.
It wouldn't get into my car for one. And I've done that for friends and stuff, that were hurt and whatever. Back in the day, I had no problem throwing it in the back of my van and going and giving it a drive.
There's a friend of mine, Dave Tunney, who passed away sadly a couple of years ago, was my best friend. His sister and I are good friends on Facebook. And she said somebody went on Houston Crescent last night and plowed everybody's driveway for nothing.
Right on.
Whoever that person
Good
is,
karma.
God bless him.
Good karma.
And
my story, I guess it is now. This is a sad story to find out about. We had talked about this, I think, once before.
no, this is a new
Oh,
one.
this is a new one. Oh my God. Okay, unfortunately, a former Georgetown District High School teacher is looking at several allegations of professional misconduct, including sexual abuse of a student. According to a hearing posting from the Discipline Committee of the Ontario College of Teachers, Darren Mansfield is alleged to have had sex with a female student on multiple occasions between June and September of 2016 and provided her with alcohol as well. The document details other contacts he allegedly had 4 other female students between 2016 and 2021, including that he told one of them that he had kissed 3 of his students, had allowed students to visit his home, had dinner at a restaurant with a student, and exchanged personal messages, emails, text messages, social media messages, and with a variety of students. And some of the communications indicating he was actually drunk. This is some serious shit.
And this is the stuff that we don't really like to report on, but we have to.
Yes.
It's not.
I
it's
really
not-
do hate reporting these, but you're right. This needs to be out.
Of course.
There could be other victims out there that might need to get in touch with police as well.
Yeah.
There could be that possibility. When you're talking that many victims, there could be plenty more. And that's
It's a sad,
sad to see it still go on these days. Yeah, okay, when we were growing up, they saw a crazy teacher, whatever, but, it's a different time now, and it's scary.
Well, yeah, because it's something that comes up in the news, especially in community, radio, TV, and media, where it involves a member of your town, and we're not here to throw names around. We want you to understand that, but we have to report the news.
Something in this case, that name, like I said, if somebody's a victim, a past victim that hasn't come forward, that name will click in their head real quick.
You have to come forward on this and make sure this never happens again.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
these kids shouldn't be shouldn't be open to things like that. It's just ridiculous.
Two of my own daughters and two stepdaughters in school. I'd snap if I found out about that.
Nothing angers me more than that. But again, you're innocent until proven guilty.
Yep.
Well, it's and something that we have to relay to you is that we don't like reporting this stuff. But moving on. Let's get out of that story. But we've told you about it. And that's the main thing. By the way, we have our national radio stations right here: FM108.ca, 50s, 60s, 70s, and RadioGTA.ca, freeform radio. Serving the whole country. And of course we have Halton Hills Online, our local radio station right here. And they're all run by the Air Radio Network right there.
It's really warm in here, wearing a hat, and the active dinner jacket gets warm.
I can't take my hat off, because if I do, I'll scare everybody in the I have to go to the barber. All right, so there are new health and safety procedures for Halton District School Board. And the students learning in person. Apparently the board mentioned on Wednesday. The board posted an update for parents, families, and students about the new procedures. One of the new procedures is if you actually test positive on a rapid antigen test, do not use another rapid antigen test for 30 days. These are all new rules. Of course, they change every week anyway. This is in accordance.
We keep you up to date.
Yeah, exactly. This is in accordance with the fresh guidance from the Chief Medical Officer of Health. 2 rapid antigen tests will be given to students when they go back to school, following an absence due to illness, or if they are dismissed from school after developing symptoms during the day. Now, this applies to students who have used the rapid antigen tests given to them in January, according to the board. So that's the rules this week. They may change next week, who knows?
But
at the moment, it might change tomorrow.
Actually, no, it's Friday. We'll give them Monday. It might change.
Yeah, they need to relax over the weekend. But, it's like a baseball game, it's scorecard time.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
And,
that's a very good analogy, actually.
But keeping the kids safe is our priority.
Well, this is it, right? And again, as we kind of open back up again, capacities are a little larger, and dining out's available, and live music. Oh man, I can't wait to get back
French
to that.
fries with gravy.
Yeah.
Where are our French fries with gravy?
We got to get a hold of Tammy on that one. So, yeah, absolutely, order them up.
Order them, yeah. We'll get some.
We'll eat French fries with gravy right now. Baseball hats will have to go, but that's okay.
That's right. Yeah.
We've talked about this for the last few weeks, and it's great to see it finally get up and going. Because the restrictions kind of got delayed again, but the Milton Film Festival is heading for the hills, Halton Hills, that is. The 9th annual event will host in-person screenings at Georgetown's John Elliott Theatre, as we know it, the Jet.
The Jet, baby.
The festival is now on with a full week of virtual screenings. In-person screenings will be at the Jet from February 4th to the 7th. The program will include short films and also live Q&A. Feature film announcements will be posted on their website. So, and the Q&A would be interesting, to see how that goes. You watch the movie, and then you actually get to sit down with people that,
And that's on right now.
Yeah, going until the 7th of February at the Jet. You can check out their website, John Elliott Theatre. And now that you can go out, go check it out.
It's like the groundhog coming out of its hole. When you're allowed to go out, you're coming out. Is it safe to come out now?
That's bang on, big guy.
Yeah, I know. It's the groundhog, right?
Yeah.
But it's nice to see.
The COVID groundhog.
Yeah, the COVID groundhog. Now, you see, COVID, it's all about the health concerns and everything else, but it's turning into a real vaxxer versus anti-vaxxer, don't you think? That's what it's turning into.
You know what? No, we already had that. We've already had that debate. I saw a lot of people. What I'm seeing now is even a lot of the people on the news that I've been seeing and stuff is, I don't care if you're vaccinated. I don't care if you aren't vaccinated. We just want our freedoms back.
I just want my life back.
They want their lives back. And when you see what happens, when you find out that whether you're vaccinated or not, you can transmit this virus and get people sick and whatever. So what difference does it make whether you're vaccinated or not? The only difference it makes is if you get hospitalized, it could be worse for you. Okay, so what we're shutting down for this, if situation. And so I agree with the freedom end of it. I don't care whether somebody's vaxxed or not. I really, really don't. I care about our freedoms and being able to move about as a society, because living the way we're living is very unhealthy.
You know, when you drive around, well, for instance, the Georgetown Marketplace, and you see everybody wearing masks, you would have done that 2 years ago. I would have said you're out of your mind.
But that's become
it's just changed the world, but it's the same the world over. It's not just here.
You know, but it doesn't. I think everybody's just had enough.
We were all sick and tired, pissed off the whole thing. It's just,
cancellations of surgeries, not being able to go see family. People have sacrificed so much, and then you see government officials not doing it, going on trips and vacations and traveling and doing this and that. And wait a minute, whoa, wow, so you get a lot of that goes on. Justin Trudeau just happened to get COVID when the protest was going on downtown Ottawa. Gee, that was convenient. He gets to hide in his house and doesn't have to face what's going on. Now they're moving to Toronto, so...
Well, I saw in Halton Hills Online on Facebook, our main radio page, where we post news, weather, sports, all the other stuff. The Truckers Association actually put a post up there about they were meeting at Square One, and which I allowed. I mean,
they follow us on our.
What I'm worried about is it's not the truckers now. It's people. Other people have taken it over.
Well, everybody's
the truckers
fed up.
Are back at work.
Vaxxers and anti-vaxxers are all fed up. We're all in that same boat now. We're all at that point where it's, you know what? Don't give a crap whether you're vaxxed or not. We just want to get back to our lives.
But it could escalate into violence. The one in Toronto worries me. The one in Ottawa worries me. It's not over yet.
Those 2 out of every 20 people, those 2 assholes that are defacing property and statues and stuff like that, and making it bad for everybody else, when you've got all these other ones that are abiding by the law and doing what they're supposed to be doing, but you get these other tools that just constantly,
I just want to get my life back, be quiet, and live the rest of my life in peace.
I want to get back to playing live music.
I want to get back to watching you play live music.
There you go.
And sitting and having a cheeseburger and French fries with gravy.
In the driveway.
In Lee's garage too, as well.
In the driveway, we have fun in the summertime.
Yeah. Do want to remind people we're on location at the Appellation in Georgetown, 68 Main Street North, 905-877-9888. This week is the Jumbo Yorkshire Dinner.
Oh, you know now, don't you? What is my favorite food in the entire world?
Oh, I told you it was his favorite meal. He's always...
Is that on now?
That's on tonight and this weekend.
Okay, all right.
His eyes just boom.
And tell them that you got it because you saw the video.
Exactly.
I watched myself on the video. Talking about the Yorkshire pudding.
So, you buy one, you get the second entree for 20% off when you mention you saw it on our vlog on Halton Hills Online or YouTube or Telling-Cells or wherever you're watching this video. Mention you saw it on this vlog, and you'll save yourself 20% on your second
We got another
dish.
producer. He looks like a gynecologist there. He's like this.
So we want to remind you that here at the Appellation, a Jumbo Yorkshire Dinner. Buy one, get the second one 20% off.
Well, you know what I'm taking home, don't you?
That's what I said. He was.
I didn't know they had Yorkshires on, baby.
When we were off air, I was telling Leah that this is what I was going to do. So,
all right.
But just
He's
a reminder,
me, of course.
if you're going to order, mention the vlog so that you save the money.
So is Shelley. She's from Yorkshire.
Yeah.
Yes, by gum.
It's the British in you.
It is. It is. It is. I used to live in a cardboard box when I was a lad.
Jumping back into the news after that brief infomercial in the middle of that, both the Halton District School Board and Halton Student Transportation are making parents, families, students aware of possible route cancellations, especially with this weather. The back roads are still, from what I understand, not well.
Yeah.
They're not well. And the other problem is the shortage of school bus drivers in the middle of this COVID-19 pandemic continues to disrupt services, according to families that have been notified from the Transportation Board that this has become a problem. We'll move these for now.
Oh, look at this. See? Have you ever seen anybody read the news before whilst they're eating French fries and gravy from the Appalachians?
Yes, not in the Appalachian.
I'll take it to the soap.
All right. So
Thanks.
where we
So yeah, it's the school shortage of drivers, trying to get drivers. And
people are
again,
sick, right? You know.
Well, too, they don't want to get into that situation where they have, they're around a bunch of snot-nosed kids and runny-nosed kids and stuff, right?
The way we used to be.
Right. It's,
Dancing around the bus.
I drove school bus. I know what it was like. Every September, October, I got sick, man.
Oh, you fries from the Appalachian. Amazing.
Oh, man. Got to call the Appalachian, 905-877-9888.
And you can either come in and eat here and enjoy a couple of beers, or you can come, give us a call, and we will have it ready for you at the
Take
door.
out? Yeah, definitely. So,
All right, Regional Council is all set to make a large decision that will shape how Halton grows for the years to come. We talked about this last week. It's pretty important. We brought it back again. Local politicians will soon look at a preferred growth concept put forth by staff that as currently stands calls for an expansion of the urban boundary to set up housing and businesses in 2051. So they're looking years and years ahead here. While much growth is set for the existing settlement areas across the region, the concept mentions an additional 5,238 acres are needed in Milton and Halton Hills for new community and employment lands to prop up growth targets prescribed by the province. So they're making plans for the future of Halton Hills.
well, we do. We need more industry.
Well, we
We need more jobs, really. We need...
You know, I remember the days when you used to drive down Armstrong and every building was being worked with somebody. There was somebody in every building, and now, you know, there's so many people moving out, nobody's moving back in again.
That's
We have
the problem.
lost rabbits on Armstrong. It's terrible.
Oh, yeah.
How's it coming
Yeah,
up?
we're going to get into that story very, very soon, because that's been a hot topic, that story.
Well, yeah, it's a rabbit, man. It's been there for 20 years. And I'll talk about
I can't believe
that.
it's been there that long, though. But you're right, it has been there that long. It's, just,
It's a landmark.
When you think back, it's...
What are you going to do? Put it in your basement? I mean, come on.
As we were talking about Black History Month, Mayor Rick Bonnett will recognize it as upcoming February 7th council meeting. As we continue to shape our community as an inclusive and equitable place to live, work, and play, it's essential that we learn from the legacy and engage with stories of Black Canadians this month and throughout the whole year. So, yeah, we've had a lot of very successful Black people here in Canada, and we should be very proud of them. And we
Several
are.
from Halton Hills, as a matter of fact.
Dynamite, you know.
And as I was we're talking about the rabbit there. A favorite Georgetown landmark has gone missing, folks. According to
Good
sculpture,
segue.
yeah. According to, I don't even know how to spell that, by the way. According to sculpture business Artcast Incorporated, the bronze March hare that has been sitting outside its Armstrong Avenue location, these many decades, 2 of them, 20 years, was stolen on January the 26th.
So
Now,
petty. So petty.
why in the hell would you steal our rabbit? The family-run operation is asking for anyone with information on the beloved bunny and his whereabouts to contact them, and fears that it was taken to be sold at a scrapyard are, of course, high in the minds. And he says here, I'm angry, disappointed, and discouraged, mentioned Eric Kospel, who is the Artcast project coordinator over there. We really didn't think after 20 years of standing in the same place that he would be taken. The shop isn't the same without our rabbit. And please return. But they didn't name the rabbit. Ronald, we'll call him Ronald the rabbit. Ronald. Whatever, doesn't matter. They never They should name him, you know. I mean, Art from Artcast. Art the rabbit. There you go.
There you go.
It will be missed. There's
I
no doubt
think that
about
they
it.
Well,
would
again,
probably.
just-
They have to put another rabbit there.
So petty, you know.
Be
No,
the same,
It wouldn't be the same without our rabbit, though.
You know, it's like when the dog dies and you try to replace it with an identical looking dog. The kid's gonna know it's not the same dog.
Well, every dog is beautiful in its own way, and they're all different. You know that. And
But you
same
know,
with-
that's to me, like I said in the beginning, it's just very petty. Taking something like that. I would've
somebody
thought-
probably wants it for
And
their
it had
basement
to,
or something.
It had to have been somewhat secured.
Somebody that's local,
So
probably.
to get it off, you'd have to know how it was secured there because otherwise you got to get a bunch of tools that would take this thing off.
Same thing happened with the carpet barn. Was it the carpet barn downtown there with their trucks? They had all the
catalytic converters stolen. I remember that. You know, like,
right in their parking lot.
Yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning. That's terrible.
So
you know, it's hard to be everywhere.
Yeah.
But my God.
So we have
We're
Mrs.
turning
Connor.
rabbit.
We have Mrs. Connor here now.
Mrs. Connor.
Stompin' Tom's wife.
Oh, Stompin' Tom's wife's here.
Yeah, she's
Boy,
stomping
to Jesus, where's Bud to Spud on a stick? Let me go get him.
Lord Thunder by.
Lord Thunder and boy, I love Stompin' Tom. You kidding?
God, yeah.
Legend.
She's a great regular of our jam. She comes out and supports the local
Really?
music. Yep, she comes out all the time. Loves it when I get up and play. She always gives me a big hug and a kiss.
You know, we have so many songs in our playlist that are Stompin' Tom songs.
Well, it is. There's probably at least a dozen I play anyway. So
And don't forget, he lived in Ballinafat.
Yeah.
And you'd never know where he was unless you knew where he was. He had a nice little house, still does up there. His wife lived. But
I was very fortunate to interview
you know,
him twice.
you'd be sitting in the bars back in the 90s, and you'd be sitting in Charlie's having a cheeseburger and a beer, and then it'd walk Stompin' Tom, and everybody's. But he used to be a regular there,
Okay.
and in the George as well. And
Ta,
and he came here too.
And Gina are very regulars here.
Yeah. So Stompin' Tom was a regular. Oh, sorry.
I don't know if
I'm
he
getting
came
all
in too
excited.
much here, but she's been coming in for years. Yeah, it's been
I know his son. I went to see his dad down in Hamilton Place with his son.
Yep.
I haven't seen Tom Jr. in
Big
years.
Manny.
But there's small Manny. Yeah. He used to be Big Manny. Now he's small
Chef
Manny.
Manny.
Chef Manny. Kitchen
Chef
Manny.
Manny. Chef Manny.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Word, yes. And he's making the Yorkshire puddings. Oh.
Yes,
Manny.
jumbo Yorkshire dinners
right.
this weekend. Make sure you get your order in. You order 2, the second one's 20% off.
Yeah. Now we can fart around because all the news is done.
saw it on the
yes,
video.
you got to mention you saw it on the vlog.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't care what platform, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. So, yeah, I think we went through all the stories.
We went all through, and
Oh, no, I did. There was one missing. Where is
Did you?
that?
did you
There
miss
it
one?
is. Yes, I did miss one because we
Which one?
should be talking about this one because we've got so many people at the Olympics right
Oh,
now.
absolutely, of course.
Georgetown's Sarah Fillier and the Canadian women's hockey team takes on Switzerland. Of its first 4 preliminary round games, Canada beat Swiss 5-0 at World Championship in August. Switzerland lost to Finland in the bronze medal game, while Canada beat United States for gold. Team Canada includes Oakville's Brianne Jenner, Burlington's Renata Fast, Emma Maltese, and Georgetown's Sarah Fillier facing off in their first game before opening ceremonies. And from what I understand, this will probably air Saturday, so they're playing, I think, Saturday late because they're playing over in China.
Now Beijing's 13 ahead, right?
Something like that, yeah. So yeah, we've got, and she actually scored twice in the preliminary game. Sarah did.
Switzerland?
No, in Korea.
Oh,
In the
yeah.
preliminary game, she scored twice in the first.
She's a
game.
great goal scorer.
Great player. So
And they think that we
again,
could win a medal. They really do think that we could win a
absolutely.
medal.
I totally agree that the team looks absolutely fantastic this year, and it's great. Like I said, we've got a lot of local people at the Olympics.
I think there's 8 or 9 people
Somewhere
altogether.
close to that, yeah.
We have a snowboarder,
Yeah.
and Baird. I think Jessica Baird, is it? I'm not
Jessica
sure.
Baird, I believe it is, yeah.
And we're cheering you all on, and we'll get all the information. We're just watching. Leah and I are watching the trucks convoy in
Actually, it's a lot of tractors at this point at Queen's Park in Toronto.
It looks like Toronto's starting to get.
turning in.
They're getting settled in for the big wait. This is going to be. I have a funny feeling this is going to be a nasty weekend in Toronto.
Oh, boys.
You know, Ottawa still worries me. They're still there.
Yeah.
They're still in Ottawa.
There's a lot
They're
of
not
them saying
leaving.
they're
They're
not
building.
leaving until they pull everything.
They're building places where they can sit and structures, wooden structures that they're going to sit on. They're not going anywhere.
There was never any intention to go anywhere.
No, but now the RCMP is going to come in. It's going to get filthy dirty. It's going to get.
Unfortunately, yeah, it's going to get mean, I
But
think.
that's when it happens, unfortunately, is
Yeah.
when the law enforcement comes in and starts laying it down. You know where that goes.
Well,
I
yeah.
support the truckers, but these aren't the truckers. Well, they are. There's a few there, but
like
they're
I
not
said,
the
this
ones
thing-
doing the
this
things
thing
that are.
started out as one thing.
Yeah.
This thing started out as one thing, and when that kind of fell apart, there's the RCMP coming in. When that kind of fell apart, it became about the freedoms, because the vaxxers and anti-vaxxers did come together and just said, we don't give a crap. Most of the people are vaxxed 2 and 3 and in some cases 4 times. So they're fed up. They want their lives back. They want to be able to go see their kids play hockey. They want to be able to go see live music. They want to go take their kids swimming at the Gellert Center, or you know what I mean? And they haven't been able to do that.
Yeah.
Gyms became so important to everybody. I don't know why. You can run outside. You can run on a treadmill at home. But people go to gyms. It's part of their social.
I miss the gym.
Well, it's part of that social atmosphere,
Yeah,
right?
it's social
My
as well as being
my music
important.
going out. I don't go hang out in bars. The only time I go to a bar is to go play music. So that's my social time. That's when I get to see my friends, and other than you guys, obviously. And again, I look forward to this because this is a social thing for us to be able to get together and not just chat on Facebook or whatever. It's a connection that you get, right?
All three of us are so into what we're doing.
Obviously, yeah.
For
obviously.
the community, we love our community.
We love our
and,
community. We bring you this news every single week. And again, we don't get paid. The Appalachian does not pay us. We are here to support local businesses and shop local. Hashtag shop local or shop the hills. This is where we grew up, where we live,
One thing I've noticed about
where we eat fries with gravy.
from the Appalachian, things that people
Hopefully my
don't
doctor's
quite
not
understand our radio. Our radio is 24/7, just like Chum FM, just like Q107, just like CFRB and the Fan. It's 24/7. It's community.
Except we eat French fries.
People always ask me, "Well, when's your podcast on?"
Yeah.
Well, it's on 24/7. You have local news, local weather, local sports,
Local voices.
local musicians. We'll play the Beatles and Gord Fenley back to back. Neil Cotton, Larry Milton, In Excess, all the new bands.
Flash Teeter and the Men from Mars.
We're a community radio station. You turn on the radio in the old days and you get news at the top of the hour, weather at 5 after, music, this, weather. That's what we are. We're a radio. We're not podcasts. We're a radio station. And we have 2 national stations as well, which we won't mention in this part of the program. But we want to emphasize our local radio is very important to us. And community radio is so very important,
Absolutely.
especially nowadays. It's a place where you can go and hear your favorite tunes. You can meet Peter the piano player with a polyester tie in the mornings. I'm on there farting around as I usually do for the last 47 years every morning. Leah is on from 10 till 2. You're on in the afternoon. We have Willie at night, Loose Tracks. Bill Smith on the weekends with a famous music blogger who is our music director for our radio stations. For the newer music, he's on Saturday and Sunday nights, commercial free with all the new music. We have every week we push the local musicians. This week we've been playing Gord Fenley. Next week, who do you want to do next week? We could do anybody.
Actually, I want to.
We did Larry, and then we've
actually,
done.
no, we committed to on last video that we're going to do Woody Woodburn,
Okay.
Local guy from Acton, and very talented musician.
Okay.
I'll send you his music, and
Sure.
We'll get him on.
So
this week.
there you go,
He's got
Woody
a new
Woodburn.
release too that he just brought out, so we'd love to.
Where is he
showcase that.
based?
Out of Acton.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He's a local
And he-
Acton boy. Well, he's from down home. He's an East Coaster, but he's lived most of his life out here. So. Yeah, great guy, dynamite guy.
What kind of music?
Very newfie-ish,
Excellent. Excellent.
Celtic-ish kind of, that kitchen party style, very
The pub
upbeat.
with no beer.
Love the guy, just a
pub with
fan,
no beer.
and talented, super talented, and his band is phenomenal too. His band
Awesome.
is dynamite.
So he will be our artist next week.
Woody Woodburn, check
Every
him out
day
on
we play a
Facebook.
couple of tracks an hour on our different shows. I'll play 2 one day. Leah will play 2. Leah will play 2, and we really want. And we also link up the musicians on our Facebook posts onto their Spotify's or whatever it is they have there, their little music websites.
Which that's turned into a whole bloody joke, that Spotify.
Yeah, well,
thing.
that's yeah.
I just laugh at it.
Yeah. I'll just go out and throw my old Neil Young album on and just forget about it.
I wanted to wait till the end of the broadcast to mention this. I just want to say a big happy birthday to my little brother. He would have been 51 today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy. Right on.
So, like I say, we're live on location at the Appalachian, 905-877-9888. Give them a call, get your takeout, order an entree of a jumbo Yorkshire dinner. Get your second one for 20% off when you mention this vlog, this video. Don't care where you saw it, just mention it to the server and you'll get 20% off. And like I said, we're so proud to be here, the little room that rocks, and we're going to keep it going here, now that we can get back to it. So
That's right, and you're going to be playing here live soon, aren't you?
next couple of weeks, yeah. We'll
Larry coming back, I guess, soon?
Yeah. So we're going to try and get back to as much live music as we can. So.
And we're brought to you, of course, by our friends at Max Tire, and very busy place. Of course, it's snow season, but I guess in about a month or two, you're
Don't be
going to
taking them off.
Don't
just
take
yet,
them off
people.
yet. And if you have an experience with your car where you hear a knock you shouldn't be hearing, or you just let the boys look at it. And 905-873-9255. They'll take care of you. And hello, Sean, watching in Pakistan in the sunshine and wearing his sandals, and we're out here in this snow. But he's watching in Pakistan. I'm sure he's smiling. He's probably watching the weather because
definitely.
It's a small world now. You can just press a button. All right, so community is driven by community. You navigate, and we drive. There you go. And
thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a great week. We'll catch you next week right here on our Loosey Goosey show. Big Daddy Russ Horton, Leah Larwood, myself, Lee Lakin, and the Appalachian, the little room that rocks. Be safe out there, and we'll catch everybody on the B side.